Given your place in the world, where you're matching people, what do you think of people that walk away?
Often people go into marriages they should never have gone into in the first place, which is why I think we've got to put far more emphasis. I'm prepared at school or anywhere to go into the biggest decision we can make in a single life, who we're going to share it with. I mean, in Yvonne Allen, we don't even normally show photos. People read 9 pages about each other, the beneath-the-skin stuff. So then if the chemistry's there, there's something underneath.
I imagine, in that era, that all your fellow girl students talked about the prospects of marriage and marrying someone successful.
It was expected you would go to university to meet someone, I think.
What did you say?
Well, I can say when people said to me later, how come you're courageous and do all these things? I said, how did you go into agreement with the red brick cottage and the picket fence and the 2.5 children and so on? To me, that seemed a very scary statement at that early age.
What were you searching for?
I think that life is such a journey, such a wonderful journey, but no, we need to be prepared to take the risk. When I went to, as an Australian volunteer abroad to New Guinea, they said to me, you know, what are your reasons? And I said, selfish. I want to learn and I want to give as I learn. But I also wanted to really check out whether indeed I wasn't racist.
You and the bureaucracy didn't mix very well.
No, because I kept questioning. I remember a situation where there was a close friends. We'd get these letters back from the Aboriginal communities. We'd send them letters, and we didn't get letters back. And I would say, but that's not their way of communicating. Why wouldn't we go out with porta packs, videos, talk to the people, get them to speak? Or, you know, there was no further conversation.
The relationship you formed in Papua New Guinea with a man 16 years older, was that the first big relationship in your life?
The first really serious one, well, that's not quite true. I had a lovely beau when I was at school and going into university, but it was really scary and totally the end of things for me when I was at a gathering at his place and they said, isn't it wonderful having just family present? And, you know, and later on, I realised, you know, he would have, he said to me, you know, I would have married Yvonne, but I was 18, you know, no.
Well, later on you were in love enough to go to Britain and live there with your partner. Mm-hmm. And you talk about love and other bruises, learning from love and other bruises. What do you mean?
Well, I think part of being vulnerable and open to love means that you are exposing yourself to pain. And a lot of people don't end up having intimate relationships because they fear the very thing that is required in a loving relationship, to be vulnerable. I think whilst my relationship, fantastic in so many ways, I learned so much from a man so much older, he came into it with having his partner having just recently left him for his best friend, and I unwittingly, when he asked me to something, thought I was going to a function at the university rather than as his partner. But he brought his baggage, quite understandably.
We all do, don't we?
Yeah, but she'd only left him the week before.
Oh. Or maybe give it 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. As a young girl, I really wasn't equipped. And I also wasn't prepared to just fit.